Evening to the latest edition of the Dugout.
You
with
are 1
me
hour
today.
late.
45.
Why?
We tried
Because
as
of me
always.
today.
Today because of...
Yeah. I needed a class, so I was getting that.
Class. What class?
A class.
Master class.
Master class.
On?
On many things.
Basics.
Basics. So I was getting that. So that's why we are late because of me. I'll take it on me.
But 6:15 is Dugout. Yeah, your master
He's
class.
show off of his watch. जब से नई घड़ी आई every time he
I'm. Pawan really liked it.
Yeah.
He like you
Showing off
stop wearing it.
He's showing off his fancy
No,
watch.
I can't get the other one. This is the only one accessible to me, so I'm just forced to wear it.
No, it looks good. It looks the color,
It's a very Gen Z color given to me
Yeah,
by
yeah. It's a very
the only Gen Z brother that I have.
It is.
So yeah, but anyhow, it's the start of a new week. But like we do like to do at times, we like to look back and let's try and look back at the weekend gone by where we were
In office.
in the same old city where we've grown up. But Nikhil had a good
Yeah, I
getaway.
Coldplay.
Did you go there?
No, I don't.
But I told you
Somebody
tickets were
from our
paying.
team is going for
Ah,
Coldplay, yeah.
tonight.
No, not tonight.
Ahmedabad.
Yeah.
I thought...
You're also going.
No, no.
Someone
No, it
is
was
going.
yesterday night, sorry.
One person is going to Ahmedabad.
Many will go.
No, from our team.
Hmm.
I'm not too big a fan of concerts.
I've
Who is?
seen them. That's why I didn't stay back.
You've seen Coldplay before, I remember. Yeah.
I've seen them live.
But no
I saw
intrigue
them
this
when
time.
they were a rock band. Now I've kind of started disliking them because they've become a boy band, romantic boy band.
But they're still darlings, yeah.
No.
Yeah, but then the last 7, 8, 10 years they become like not much. They were rock and roll to begin with, a rock band, and then they've like
They've
changed.
become softer now.
Yeah,
you're saying.
soft boy band. Which I don't like the newer version of Coldplay. Anyway.
I like it. But yeah, what was Mumbai like then?
Mumbai
The
was
weekend, we all
Mumbai
thought
was
from the outside, we thought that Mumbai would all be just about Coldplay. And it was, I think, to an extent. But there was another event that happened in
Coldplay
Mumbai.
wasn't in Mumbai, right? It was in Navi Mumbai.
Yeah, DY Patil.
Yeah. How far is that from where you were?
Take about 2 hours. Yeah, I was in town.
How was the weather there? Was it
32
cold?
degrees.
Then that's
I'm going from Delhi wearing 2 layers of clothes, and there I land. The pilot announces 32 degrees. I took off the jacket and everything. It's a t-shirt.
pollution. I've heard it's gone. It's
Very high.
really bad nowadays there.
Because of construction.
The reclamation thing is done, I believe.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
there's more.
I took that.
Ah.
To go to the airport, I took that. So what would have taken me hour and a half took me about 45 minutes from
That's good.
Marine Drive to the airport.
There's one more project I heard that was coming up. I think, in town only. I think that there's this one other road that they were making, and that's leading to a lot of traffic, though.
Acha, no idea. No, seriously.
You'd gone for the meeting that happened over the weekend.
It was good meeting.
Amongst other things, or just the meeting? We never got to talk.
Just the meeting.
Just the meeting. So you'd definitely be having a lot of interesting news.
No,
from
so but
there.
yeah, of course, because this just it wasn't the spiciest of PCs, though. We've seen more spicy press conferences happen. It started on a rather tricky note. We'll sort of spend time on that.
Do you know who told Rohit Sharma about that
Leak.
leak?
It's the season of leaks, isn't it?
It was not so much of a leak. He came.
Yeah, it was inadvertent.
He just sat down without realizing that the mic was hot.
But
If there's something, it's really sort of. I was just thinking about it. Isn't it a little odd that he's caught on camera while speaking things that he would not have wanted to get captured? Now this has happened for the second time.
I think Rohit knew.
No, this is
he
the
did.
no. I don't know if he knew or
See,
not, but it's a little odd.
Over all these years, he knows that all camera persons and journalists were there. They'll always come do a little tech check. They'll tap on the mic.
No. See what happened. I'll tell you. it happened inadvertently. He didn't know what happens. You come into the press room, right? And you settle down. The mic is hot. He should have realized that the mic is hot. It can. Now the thing is, the broadcaster had cut to it hour before it even started, and everything was through. But typically when you come, no, you don't realize there's a feed that is going live. You come and sit.
You wait for the media guy to come say, okay, right now in front
So
of
he
you
was
are the chief
saying all that.
selector, whatever. Before that announcement was made, this is when it happened, right? That
So
little
he
exchange.
he should have ideally realized that the mic was hot and it can catch, but he didn't realize. He actually said it without realizing. He said it, but the feed was live. People made clips, and in fact, after the press conference got over, I was the one who showed it to him. They said, "ये गलत है यार, तुम लोग क्या करते?" I said, "I didn't do this. The social media guys have done it. No,
Picked it.
They picked it because you said it while the thing was.
No,
on.
the kind of personality he is, I can definitely believe that it wasn't intentional. But I don't know, it will definitely be a little odd because I go back to the IPL previous season where he was caught. The same sort of situation happened when he was having that chat with Abhishek Nair, where he was, he had that chat.
No. That somebody shot from.
No,
a
it was
phone. Phone.
but it was somebody of the social media team itself who would have had the accurate to actually have the permission to shoot, right?
No, people should realize. But I'm telling you honestly, I don't think Rohit intended to do it. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm trusting you, but
He's just that kind of a person. He's bindas, chill, relaxed.
But after such a long meeting, there was still stuff that was remaining to be said. That he said it on the mic.
No. Because that meeting did not discuss this, na.
Then
What was the delay? The $1 million question the other day
12:30
was.
p.m. broadcasters said that 12:30 p.m.
We saw 2 empty chairs for 3 hours. 2.5.
So I know a lot has been said about it, and I'll set the record straight. If you remember, and I'll give you a full breakdown of events which you will know. When I called you guys and told you first, before the BCCI press release came, because we were all waiting for Sunday, the team announcement. I got to know it's on Saturday, and the meeting is starting at 12. I called you to go with the news that team to be picked at 12 p.m. and team announcement at 2 p.m. Please check my messages. When I broke that news, I said 2 p.m. Because when I got to know that the team meeting is at 12, based on my years of experience, I knew that around 2 is when you're going to be getting to know the team. It will take about 2 odd hours for the meeting to happen. And I said 2 p.m. And sure enough, we ran it on Sports Today. We ran a copy on India Today website also. You see that copy, it's still there, where I had said 2 p.m. 2 hours later, BCCI sends an official press release in which they write that the press conference is at 12:30. And I think the mistake was made. So the PC wasn't late. I think the mistake was made at the drafting level of that press release. So because it happened 11th hour, remember the meeting was to happen on a Sunday in Baroda. It was changed last moment to be done in Mumbai, and then the messaging had to go out. The meeting was at 12. I think in that there was a bit of a miscommunication because it's all happening in the 11th hour. So the 12:30 time, I don't think they intended to send.
So nobody second-eyed, and that sounds like a familiar story.
Correct. Yes, absolutely. Much as what we do. So that is what happened. Why I had said 2 is typically because a meeting happens, it takes that much time for things to come. And it is not just about a meeting being long. People think that there was not too much of a debate. None of that. Even if you've understood about a lot of things, you will come. So when it was to start at 12, the chairman of selectors and Rohit walked in at 12:20. By the time they settle down, it'll be 12:30, chai, pakoda, everything, whatever, biscuits will come. You'll have that. And by the time you finish, it'll take you, even if it's a very cordial meeting, about an hour or so, you'll decide on the 15th. After that, there are a few other things to do. You have to draft that team. That team has to go to the president who's not there at the meeting. The president has to go through it, give his approval. It comes back to them. Then again, it's drafted. Then you are also, you kind of prep. You speak about what, you're going to the press conference. what could be those questions. The chairman of selectors and the captain are coming. They have to be on the same page. They'll discuss a few things. Then they come. So it takes about between 2 to 3 hours. And I think that's about it. Much time.
So you're
it
saying a
took.
cordial meeting only takes 2 hours. So definitely all the reports are not true.
A lot of it is not, by the way. Sorry to
That-
disappoint, and I'll tell you why. That this happened. If again, I don't want to blow our own trumpet, but if it was a fiery meeting where a lot of disagreements and everything that has been reported, would have I told you the team a day in advance? I told you roughly the team that is at least the contentious part
Yeah.
a day in advance. Those are the people that there could have been arguments over or debates over. If I knew that it's going to be debatable or it's going to be, would I have been telling you the team? And wasn't the team, if it was a debatable thing or contentious thing, then few things would have been different to what I told you, no? I told you exactly the team that was going to be there, which means it was quite cordial, the meeting.
You know,
But
for an
Rohit-
organization of the level of the BCCI, you know, to be making such an elementary error in drafting,
Yeah, it was.
It
See, when
doesn't
the
sound fitting enough.
You tell me. The meeting was to start at 12. By the time they walked in, 12:30, let's say it wasn't inadvertent. Just tell me, a meeting is starting at 12, can you have a press conference at 12:30? Tell me.
but the background to this also being that there had been meetings that had taken place in the build up to D-Day as well. So maybe there wasn't really a hell lot of it discussed as well. They met the previous Thursday. There were multiple meetings that had happened during Vijay Hazare was on as well. You had a meeting prior to the day of the final. Then you were expected to make this announcement.
No, Harshit, none of those meetings you spoke about the selection. But I reported on that day that when I told you that the selection is on Saturday, when we broke the news on Sports Today, when I also told you the team, I also told you that there's going to be a online meeting of the selectors, all selectors, captain and coach. So what is that? Now people will say there was an online meeting, everything was decided. So it's not that. Online meetings is not a new thing on the eve of the selection. It's been happening for a very long time. If you remember Virat Kohli, that captaincy saga, he was told, no, before the meeting happened, a day before, where he was told, or few hours before, when they had this informal meeting where they said that, listen, do you want to be captain? He said, no, I will be captain on one day, T20. Then he was said, no, we can't have two different format captains.
That was an online meeting. That's why all of
Yes.
this happened. Now
So-
that lack of communication.
So for the last few years,
Net wasn't working.
Yes, but the last few years it's become a norm that online meetings happen, and I'll tell you why. Those online meetings are not selection meetings. Why it happens, assuming, so that our viewers can understand that we three are selectors, right? We have to be prepared for the meeting. How do we come prepared for the meeting? First, let's say if I just reach the meeting directly and I made my 15, and at the meeting I'm told that, listen, X and Y are not available, they are injured. It's not possible for me to remake my 15 now, or the ones that I'm going to argue for. I should know this well in advance, right? The status. So then I know when I make my 15, because a 15 is not made like this. You have to think of balances, checks.
And 10, 11 players mostly are on the same
Correct.
page.
But,
Everyone
but
has
when
them.
you make your 15, and then you need to know.
See, but essentially it was down to just 3-4 players, right? You knew you were going to keep the same
No,
squad from the
Harshit,
World Cup.
Why are these meetings happening? There are reasons, no? Why does it happen?
Eventually, I'm saying when we were also making, there were debates just about 2-3 players, four people at best.
That's immaterial. My point is, why is it a norm to have a meeting before? Whether it's 3 this time, it could be 7 last
So
time.
could
it
be
could
my
be
point
12.
being,
Just
that
an
day-
update on Jasprit Bumrah's fitness as well, just to
So
tell.
I'm
yeah.
not getting into, that's what I'm saying. I'm not just talking about that meeting or 3 people in this meeting. I'm saying this has been a norm now for the last few years. There could be some selection meeting where there are many to debate. Maybe some selection meeting there are 0 people to be debated. But the meeting happens simply because you do not know the availability of everyone. You do not know the fitness. You don't even know, some people pull out for personal reasons, all of that. So you need to be told a day in advance, no? That's when I come prepared for my, so supposing I'm making my team with X, Y, Z, and let's say 2 people have just told the secretary. You don't tell the selectors, right? That, listen, I have some family reason, I'm not there. Somebody also says. Now if I come straight to the meeting and you tell me, Virat, Kohli and Bumrah are pulling out for family reason, my whole thing goes haywire. So it's best I know in the evening the availability. I'll spend some time, make my 15, come prepared. So the selectors know. That's why that meeting happens. Also, other thing that discuss in the meeting, let's say the coach, for example, coach, for example, has seen some young kid who he really likes, and he wants to, bring him into the conversation. So it's best he lets the selectors
so
know.
that they're ready with about him the next time.
Then they do their own bit of homework. They may look at his stats, may speak to somebody from his state association, find out that the coach is keen, but whether should we go with him or not, we shouldn't have enough. So it's on the eve, everyone puts their cards on the table that this is what we're thinking. Then you go back, then you sit, make your team. So then when you come for a meeting, there can be a debate and everyone may have, arguments for or against a player. And that's how. So that evening meeting, like all meetings, also happened. But it seemed pretty much straightforward, which is why I told you what the team is going to be. So I find it very hard to believe that when that meeting happened and all the reports that are coming that they were this fighting, that fighting, this fighting, it wasn't the case. Most meetings, as I said, even if you were to do 1 or 2 players, which would have been the case, it takes about 1 hour to do it. It takes another 1 hour to finish all your protocols and so on and so forth. So the time that this meeting finished was absolutely fine. If you ask me to go back into previous meetings, when it starts, I take about 2.5 hours when the press conference. Now, the meeting is starting at 12, you are saying 12:30, there was something amiss there. It never happens. It's never happened like that. You can't.
See, the one thing in Delhi we couldn't realize, I'll tell you where we were sort of, kept waiting and we were always on the edge. Because, you didn't know what time those visuals that just started to come in.
I'm telling you 12:20.
Yeah, that of, Jeet Agarkar.
Both of them arrived. I think I sent you guys a message. 12:20 they walked in.
Yeah.
So if a meeting is starting at 12:30, I'm taking 2.5 hours.
I'm saying because, I'm just going back to previous meetings. At times, these are deferred visuals. At times, unless there are multiple sources that you can confirm
but
from.
I sent you the message at 12. So it's straight. For viewers as also I'm saying.
Exactly. So, but until 12:20, by the time it was 12:15, 12:20, or let's say 12:19, everyone thought, I'm guessing including yourself, that 12:30 meeting will happen because everyone was under the assumption meetings will not.
That's why I'm saying this whole hangama that happened over the delay in the meeting, it was not an out of the ordinary, extraordinary meeting that happened.
So just a misprint by BCCI, basically.
I'm assuming that because, see, as I said, logically, if the meeting is starting at 12:30, you can't have the press conference at 12:30. Any meeting that I've attended over the years, it will basically, you convene, you don't start talking straight away. Then you start talking players are then formulated. Then you have a discussion over 1 or 2 guys here and there. Then it's done. Then you send the team. The secretary is there. He has to approve it. Goes to the president, who's not there. Then it's drafted. Then you talk about what the press conference, what you're going to say. See, they came prepared. Rohit Sharma said at the end of it as a boring press conference because he had come prepared for even tougher questions.
But did it go as per plan? No other discussions about the new rules or who leaked from there?
No, none of those discussions that I can confirm took place because, see,
But they would have had this discussion while they would have been discussing about the press conference because this question was 100% going to come.
No, so the funny thing is because there's a bit of a contradiction there. One, because Rohit inadvertently says, without realizing the mic is on, where he says, yaar, ye wise wala rule, I'll have to talk to secretary
के साथ बैठना पड़ेगा.
Because people are
calling.
So in a way, he inadvertently, without realizing, accepted that they have been told. And then when later he's asked a question officially, then he gives a typical proper, which is what I'm saying, hats off to him, he came prepared, where he says, where is the things come? Has it come from the official handle?
So he said, I think it was Devinder Pandey only who asked this question.
So where is it come?
He said social media. So he said, has it come from official handles? So he said no. So he said, when it comes, then we'll talk.
So this he had prepared. That's what I'm saying. You're saying, no, why it takes time in the... So there's a question he was expecting.
But both of them weren't on the same page about it. Na? Because
Correct.
even Agarkar was asked, so he said that these rules have been since a very long time, they aren't school kids. So he agreed to the fact that yes, these rules have been sent inside BCCI.
Maybe.
But Rohit Sharma said that.
So that's what I'm trying to say now. So Rohit did a nice, smart captain kind of a thing that we'll cross the bridge once we get to it. But yeah, what I liked about Agarkar, I think he was quite honest there.
Yeah.
Very, instead of beating around the bush. And see, that's my thing. See now what happened, they came, spoke about it, didn't leave anything to ambiguity. What has happened? The chances of speculation has gone down so much.
That's it. News has become boring since a couple of days.
Correct.
Because of that.
But then you send people like, Ajit or whoever who can say the thing straight away. And like, for example, you asked about those diktats. And the question was also a tricky one. He was asked a question that, listen, when they won the T20 World Cup also they were doing this. Now suddenly you've changed it because they've lost. So he says, no, it's not a question of they won that or not. It's just standard SOPs which should have been there. Whether they were there at the T20 World Cup or not is another matter. Most sporting teams across the world, across different sports have SOPs and they must too.
He was very clear. He said it's time to get some unity in the team. This has been since a very long time, and every national team of sports has it. So I think the way he even answered it was really well. But I would have expected Rohit to do the same about it. Rohit to go about it the same. If they would have discussed this in the press before coming for the press conference.
Maybe they didn't discuss. Maybe they planned what they have to say
separately.
But what Rohit did over there was rather smart, I must say. You see, it was all reported. Like we all had the document on our phones.
When he said na कि वो बात करनी पड़ेगी.
But Ajit Agarkar himself agreed to it before that.
No, see again, we had the document, no.
Yeah, we all have it on our phones.
BCCI not going to tweet that document from their official
That's for internal
That's for the
circulation,
players.
yeah.
Players have got it. You and I know. We had that document, so it's simple. You can say, yeah, it's a smart thing for a captain to do in a press conference. Maybe if I was captain, I would also do it. But the truth of the matter is,
no discussion on Sarfaraz.
While you were saying Sarfaraz,
I'm very
this
curious.
was a selection meeting for the white ball team.
No, but they would have
There's
still
the red
discussed, na, who was leaking or what
No,
happened.
that has not been discussed. That I have told you in advance.
But I wasn't able to understand that.
BCCI should ideally have done a proper investigation, but BCCI will not do it because people in the BCCI are guilty of throwing Sarfaraz under the bus. They have thrown Sarfaraz under the bus, made him the scapegoat. I'm sorry to say, but they've done it. BCCI.
Yeah, that's what I was. See, one official.
everyone knows about.
No, one official is the person who took his name inside the meeting.
Yes. By the way, I'm again, with all responsibility, and you can quote me on it, I'm saying it again, that the news of Gautam Gambhir taking Sarfaraz's name as the person who leaked news is false. Gautam Gambhir did not take any individual's name. He did not. It was a BCCI official who said that in the meeting. And whoever the person is wrong.
No.
Shouldn't have done it.
That's
unless you provide proof, you give it that this is the proof that I have, and he's done it. Because what you have done is you have jeopardized the player's career without full proof, and a BCCI official has done it.
So there are two parties in this.
Yes.
Party one is the person who had an old grudge because of
No, I'm not saying.
Could have had an old grudge.
Don't complicate it.
Party one,
The one who
took his name in the meeting, and he
Yes.
wasn't part of the tour. He wasn't traveling to Australia.
both parties were not part of
Okay.
the tour.
This is party one.
The
Party
one
two,
Party 2 leaked this news to the media.
that it is Gambhir who has took his name.
Yes,
So both
leaked
of-
the news to the media that Sarfaraz is the guy who's leaking the news, and Gautam Gambhir has said it.
Now-
So imagine what this person is doing. Not only one person has thrown Sarfaraz under the bus by taking his name, right? The other person has leaked that news to the media, thrown Sarfaraz under the bus, taken his grudge out on Sarfaraz.
That's what I was
on
about to
Sarfaraz,
ask.
and in a way helped the person in the BCCI.
Yeah, that's what I was.
He's
That's what I
helped
was about to ask.
He's
That
helped him.
were both of them together in this, or did the person B took advantage of the situation.
See, this is as in Hindi.
Was
they
it
say,
that or was it a milli-bhagat?
He took advantage.
He took advantage of it for his own gain.
And the other person's gain also.
That was indirectly, na?
indirectly.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was, so that person has nothing to do with leaking it outside.
The one who took Sarfaraz, no, he's not leaked it.
And he would have not even wanted it. Now that it
I'm
happened,
that I'm not sure.
that means both of them weren't together in this.
I'm not sure about it, so I
Okay.
can't comment.
So you're saying the person B had an old
Person
grudge.
listen.
Who had a grudge against Sarfaraz? Just tell me
Person
this.
B is the one who leaked
Okay.
it.
Now person A
quoting
whom we are
Gambhir,
thinking.
na?
And
Quoting Gambhir.
not only did he leak it, he put the entire blame on Gambhir to protect the identity of the other BCCI official.
Now I've understood what has exactly happened. I'll tell you after this. The person who we were thinking is A is actually B, right?
that I understood, yeah.
That I also understood. Fine. Now we have to figure out who is A.
A is B.
B
Yeah.
is very simple.
B is very
B
simple.
is-
And B only has the news agency as well.
B owns,
And he had an old grudge on with
Sarfaraz.
Yeah.
Now A
is very angry. So they've
Yeah.
made Sarfaraz the
he took advantage of the whole
scapegoat.
situation.
They made Sarfaraz the
Very, very.
This is a good example if you want to explain somebody, what
But
the
see the
idiom.
amount of politics it happens.
Yeah. If you want to explain the
amount of
idiom किसी के कंधे पे रख के गोली चलाना, this is it.
Exactly.
But isn't it a little odd that you have BCCI officials in review meetings?
But
Is it the
BCCI
right?
There
will only
will be-
review, na?
No, I'm saying BCCI can review, but only I don't know. It's
See, now that is another
not
debate.
the administrators should not
No,
be there.
Administrators will have to see. The whole problem also started because administrators became fanboys. They allowed players to grow that big. Now they have to put their foot down. So administrators need to be there. But all I will say is the administrators of the past were men of repute and honor. They would take stern steps, but not really stoop down to this sort of things that are happening.
No,
which
but
is
this person is the person B is known for all of this. Earlier also, I was just looking at this something. He was part when this Virat and Virat saga
Could this
happened.
person-
He was there also.
Could this person be once again responsible for giving you all the juicy gossip about selection meeting, things that may not have happened only? Again, throwing somebody under the bus once again.
Would
What
very
did you
well-
hear? See, he's anyway falsely used Gambhir's name, right?
So he had something against
and now,
Gambhir also.
And now what is happening? Selection meeting, Gambhir wanted this, but that didn't happen. Gambhir wanted this, but this didn't
He
happen.
was in this meeting as well.
I'm just saying information is coming out, no? But you don't have to be in the meeting to get
Yeah,
information.
that is also true.
If you're in info. So, because as I told you, as far as my knowledge is concerned, nothing really out of the ordinary happened in the selection meeting, because I told you what the team is going to look like on a Saturday, and it's pretty much the same. हाँ,
but
अगर
then
वो
could
उथल
this
पुथल हो
Friday,
जाता,
Friday,
then I would have
Could
sorry,
this
I told
also
you on
be
Friday and
somebody,
then
I'm just saying
if
that-
it completely changed, let's say I told you something, I went to the press conference, it was complete, then I would be like, yeah, something drastic has
So,
happened.
but what
saying-
could have been the reason to? Was it just that you have to have a press conference? That's why you shifted it on a Saturday so that you have it in Mumbai.
No. So why it got shifted last moment? There were a lot of events, but BCCI did not realize they had planned it for Sunday. Then there were a lot of things.
MCA
that were,
event only, na?
MCA event was there. Then there was the marathon in Bombay. People traveling in and out would have been tough.
Yeah.
So too many things were happening on
Coldplay.
I don't know about Coldplay, but too many things, and they realized no, it's better to do it here.
I'm sure Coldplay would have been one of the reasons.
Could have been one of
I
the
don't know,
reasons.
maybe.
Rohit would have had to go, na there. Possible. But
So that's why
it's not best. It's not the best time to leave your domestic side and go at any place at this point. Sanju Samson tried it.
See, Sanju I'll tell you one more thing. See, a lot of people, I got a lot of abuse for the Sanju Samsung thing, right? A lot of on social media also.
But what was
People know that I am PR's Panth team and this. I can't believe it. When I picked my 15, by the way, the 1 month ago I picked my 15, and it is exactly the same as the 15 that got picked here, barring one change. I had Sanju in and Panth out. That's the only change. But that was my selection, no? But on the eve of the selection on Friday, when I did the live with you guys, I told you Sanju is not getting picked and Rishabh Pant is. That wasn't entirely down to the cricketing reasons. I gave you the reasons. And for that also, People abuse it, but I'm only conveying the news to you, yeah. If you don't want to know the real news, then go. I'm just telling you why that step was taken. And now you've heard people said you're spreading false news. I'll give you some more details, then you will know. And again, in my team had picked Sanju. But I'll tell you what happened and why he didn't get picked. People are saying, na, Arey, Vijay Hazare is so important, then why didn't you pick Karun Nair? And then you drop Sanju Samson because of Vijay Hazare only. That thing is going. So just to explain that, that is really simplifying a thing which it is not. It is like saying, he has beaten me in tennis and I have beaten him. Does not necessarily mean that he has beaten him. There could be a match where he could beat him. So don't equate everything like that. So just to put it into that Vijay Hazare, Nair and Sanju Samson comparison, Nair has done well, but he's not come because they're not giving importance to Vijay Hazare. There was no spot vacancy open there. Plus, when you do well in domestic, every time will this happen, every time India is picking a team for a World Cup, the season before that, highest run scorer and Vijay Hazare should come in. It can't happen. As I give you an example, Sarfaraz did for multiple years. Not only that, then a slot opened, then he comes in. So what Karun Nair can do is only do well, but doesn't mean if you do amazing so either he had been doing 6 amazing Vijay Hazares and now also you didn't pick him, then it was valid, right? It doesn't happen like that. In Sanju's case, it's a different case. I'll tell you why, and now when you know the entire story, you will tell me. So it wasn't just him not playing. I know that there is a personal issue between Sanju Samson and the Kerala Cricket Association. I know that. So what would I do if I'm Sanju Samson? And again, I repeat, I had Sanju Samson in my team. What would I do? I know that this state association is out to get me. I will ensure I don't even take one misstep. I don't make one error. Now, Kerala Cricket Association is saying that if you don't attend the camp, we won't have you in Vijay Hazare. You've not gone. You know they are anyway out to get you. I'm giving them reasons to get to me. Why am I doing that?
And that too, when you know that what importance domestic cricket at this point is giving, the Indian team is giving to
Maybe
domestic
Sanju
cricket.
thought that
and
just like last time, when he skipped the camp, he would again...
That is what is making matters worse. This is what happened.
Exactly.
I'll tell you one thing.
And in today's times, where now there's a diktat and all, the KCA found even more reason to take stern action.
This has actually backfired. And I'll tell you what happened. He did not play the Vijay Hazare. Yeah. And he was asked, why did you not play Vijay Hazare? He said, because I was ready to play, but they said, if you don't attend the camp, we can't have you. So he was asked by the BCCI, okay, then why did you not attend the camp? He said, because last time also they had said the same thing. I didn't attend the camp, yet they selected me. So I thought this time also I want to attend the camp, they'll select me. This is what happened. Now, isn't that casual?
And then you say that pick
Is
him
it not
in the
casual?
Indian team.
That's
how lightly he's taking his place in the Indian team.
Exactly my point. My point is this. I am not saying that Sanju is entirely in the wrong. I know that Kerala Cricket Association could have still had him. And they should have had him. But if they are out to get you, then why are you giving them reasons to get to you? I would have been doubly careful. Yeah?
And you've seen a Shreyas Iyer and Ishan Kishan have been out of international cricket for a year.
Correct.
And still you're playing on thin ice.
Correct. So I would be doubly careful. If I'm in his place and I really want to play for India, I'd be like, nah, this association will find 5 ways to do something. So I'm going to be extra careful. I'll be there on time. I'll do the camp. I'll do this. And during the camp, let's say if he had told the BCCI in advance that I have a medical emergency, I have this or a family, this thing.
Then it would have been understood.
They asked him, what will you do? He said, no, I was just in Dubai. So now
stay in Dubai.
You're giving them reasons.
Is he still in Dubai?
That I don't know.
He can stay there, watch the Champions Trophy now.
I'm telling you the story, what happened. So,
Or he could have said that he has a neck sprain. Better idea. Could have. That happened in the last series.
Who has said that?
Could have said that happened in the last series. That whenever he played versus whoever he played.
Is that official, that neck sprain thing?
He's been, he's not part of the 22 member side that Delhi has announced. He's not in that.
He's not available, no?
He's not available because he has a neck sprain.
Reportedly.
He's not. Now you tell me, there were 3 players who did not play the Duleep Trophy. Jadeja, Rohit and Virat. 2 have confirmed their availability for their states for Ranji Trophy. It's just one man now who's left and he's injured, that's why he's not playing. He's a neck sprain.
It sounds
He's
like a
getting
familiar
treated
story.
overseas.
It sounds like a familiar story from last year. Do you guys remember?
Yeah,
When
this.
Shreyas,
Yeah.
when there was a window for him to play and he
And he was
out of
even
nowhere
given
had a
clearance.
See,
He was
but-
also given
but-
clearance by NCA.
See, I've oftentimes defended Virat on a lot of things on our platform because sometimes he gets unnecessarily criticized. But this one, now where everyone has come out with a diktat, where now every person has decided to play the Ranji Trophy, is still being defined. I think that is treating yourself higher than the game. That I'm afraid.
But that's fine, na?
No,
That's
it's not
fine.
fine.
No, that I think that's fine. That's how BCCI also treats him. That's how his fans treat him,
I
and that's
told
why
you,
he
I
believes
told
that.
you,
that
Shashwat,
was-
see, that's what I'm saying. If you're not seeing the writing on the wall, you are taking big dangerous step. It happened to begin with Ishan Kishan Shreyas Iyer. Okay, easier target. It happened, no? But at least see, Pehle though it was not happening with anyone. At least that happened. Now it has reached a stage where it's happened with a Sanju Samson. Okay, and now it's reached a stage where it could have happened with a Rohit and a Jadeja as well. They've
Rohit,
agreed.
anyways, it's happening, right? He's
No,
not going
but
to
I'm
play.
saying they know that it can get worse, right? So they're playing. But if in all of this he still
No,
remains,
he still play. No,
but
that's
don't
what
be
I'm telling
surprised
you.
now that if it
No, but-
happens
but-
to Virat.
No,
So,
no,
but
he'll
I'm
still
just-
play the England series. I can give it to
No,
you in
that
writing,
he
and
will,
that's
we
why
all
he's.
know. That
That's
we
why
know.
he's
That he
doing
will.
that.
I don't know.
That's
that
why he's
we
being
that he
defiant.
will, that he will. But I'm just saying now what
I'm not sure, my
But
friend.
it's just
I'm not
shocking.
sure- I'm not sure.
And it's just shocking.
I think the BCCI now means business. They have done a lot of things that we criticize them for not doing, but slowly and steadily they are doing. And I think, just as I gave an example of Sanju, who I'm fond of, who I wanted in the squad, and I'm actually unhappy that he gave them the opportunity to not have him in the squad. Virat, who also I've said that he's not at the end of his test career, he could still be given a chance. But if he's going to play with fire like this, I'm telling you, he's treading in dangerous territory. You never know.
I think he never
I'm telling
came
you.
out of the 2018
I don't know.
2019
Right now,
time.
if you
I
ask
don't
me,
know.
I-
He should not. If you're a
No,
Virat
he's
fan,
playing
you
with
should
fire.
hope he
He's
doesn't
playing
do-
with fire,
yeah.
no doubt about that. But is the BCC, if he doesn't do well in the first couple of matches, this then adds to.
No, Harshit.
But
now,
he's
now,
going-
now he's treading in dangerous territory where the first couple of matches may not come. Trust me.
No, really?
Yes.
Because of this?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I don't know.
You see it.
Maybe you're saying you might not even get those couple of games that we were
Yes.
thinking that he might.
Yes. Now,
because of this
now,
reason.
Yes. It
And
has
he
happened
still
to a
won't
lot
play.
of players.
But I'm just
It
saying.
has happened to a
just,
lot of players.
Just at the base of it,
And
sir.
listen, you gotta not forget that he's now no more.
At the peak of his powers.
Yes.
But
That
one
you
thing is,
cannot
I
think of a team
also
without
because
that.
you know why
That's
I'm
and then
finding
he's
it
treading
hard,
in this
hard to
dangerous
digest that right now is because I can't seem to think of the BCCI suddenly becoming this impartial organization.
How is it? No, you've already done it with 3 players now.
Impartial would be where you now take stand against everyone.
That's what I'm
Not
saying.
Virat. Yeah,
That's what
true.
I'm
That's
saying.
true.
No,
So
but
they will be taking. I think
that exactly. So for it to just suddenly overnight, or let's say over the course of these 2, 3, 4 incidents now, brand Virat Kohli not being there because of
you see, can I tell you, Harshit, it's been played before this brand bogey that I am the brand and people will need me and that the broadcasters will put their foot down and they wouldn't want to. At some point, BCCI will have to call this out. It can't keep carrying on.
they've delayed it way too much anyway.
No, but then at some point.
So you're saying now push has come to shove?
Yes, and exactly. There has to be a moment where you draw a line and say, that's it and no further, right? And you are now treading very close to that. I would not do it if I were him. I definitely would not do it because I don't have the bargaining power right now.
Exactly. I don't have the.
I
right.
would
But
not do it, as I'm saying.
But that's what
Which is
you
I-
think.
I-
No, I
because
just get back to the thing
for
that
England,
you
I
were
still
telling.
feel you're not going, let's say, without both. Because we've said it here as
Well,
well.
no.
With Rohit, again,
no, Harshit, we have gone. The team has gone without a lot of players.
But I was just thinking about the fact that you were talking about a few days back. Maybe we sitting off camera when we were having that discussion. Maybe we of not being the third person view. We can see that the writing is not on the wall, and he still can't. It was hard to believe at that point, but now I think that thing definitely made sense, a lot of sense. But it's very hard to believe that what actually changed. I think since 2018-19, when that time and there was no BCCI, there was that CAC, Cricket Advisory Committee. At that point, I think the kind of power Virat got, I think from there, things just went downhill. I think he could never come out of that situation. Maybe he felt it.
He felt a jolt when the captaincy saga happened.
But was it that impactful?
100% was. 100% was. 110,000% it was.
But
it was. It would have been to anybody, yeah? You and I, anybody.
But
I
what
think it was
changed, sir?
very
What could have
badly
changed for him?
handled.
This is the same Virat Kohli who came and played for the Delhi side after a personal loss. He came out,
Because that
scored
was
those
a-
tons.
That was a Virat
Hungry.
Kohli who was, he was
But
hungry.
then he's not hungry right now.
No, he's hungry. He's hungry. No, but that was a Virat Kohli who had a lot to prove.
Yeah.
This is a Virat Kohli who's proved a lot. And now, that's what I'm saying. If, I don't know, I can't speak for him. He's the best person to say. But if you are under the illusion that, because he said it in one of the interviews also, that, him, like how important he is or the brand that he brings, and everyone is going to be compelled from the broadcaster to the sponsors and the hosting board that they will not have a series without him, and which may have been the case, but I don't think the BCCI is compelled to follow that. That has been, but there's no rule that they cannot decide to pick who they want and who they can't, and there may be pressure from the outside, but there is a limit that has to be reached. And now, as I said, by doing a few more things, because anyway, see, you were running out of that long rope, right? You are in that precarious position, as I gave that Sanju example, that somebody is out to get you. That's where you become a bit more careful. But here, I think
No, what
He's
what
risking
is
it.
he actually? No,
He's
why?
risking it.
What is he risking? What is he actually thinking? It's really odd. Does he actually feel that he's a little more superior than the others? Because that's exactly how it's
It
coming
may not
out.
be that, but it may be that
No,
I
why
don't
not?
need
It
Ranji.
may-
No,
Why?
not superior than the other.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
may be that, it's not always superior than the other, but that I'm irreplaceable in that sense. So in which case I may not think that I'm superior than the other, but there is an importance that I bring, or this is something that I bring to the table, which you can't do without.
No, but which
That.
others can't, right? According to him,
but
because
that-
others are ready to play
that's
domestic.
fine, but that's fine. But then that doesn't mean I'm superior to you. No?
Yeah.
Let's say
it's not a
I have a
superiority
skill.
thing. I think
I
this
have
is
a
just a
skill.
feeling of indispensability.
Whatever. Let's say I can ride very well and you can't. Okay, but that's a skill that I may have, but I'm not going to feel superior than you. But I'll know
You
that
have
I
too
have
much
this skill.
confidence in
But
yourself.
no, but I can say that I have this skill. You don't have. But I'm not feeling superior. Right? That's what my point is. Not superior. I don't know whether he feels like that. But anyway, I can't answer. But at least there is this feeling of entitlement that, without me, nothing can function. But what I'm saying is the signs in this. I'll give an example. We've given example of Shreyas Iyer, Ishan Kishan, Sanju Samsung, at diktats that have come for the entire team, which you few months ago would have never thought. Take Hardik Pandya as example. Yeah?
Just played domestic.
The world was at his feet. In terms of captaincy, next captain. See how things have gone south from there. The vice captaincy also gone. So I'm saying things are changing at a rapid pace.
And he had
in
to
the
he has played
BCCI.
all of the white leg for Baroda.
Yeah, so I'm just saying
Most
things
of
are
the game.
changing, and people are realizing it. I hope he does too.
No, I don't
Because you
see
never
that
know.
happening.
We never know when they can pull the plug. And right now, as I said, he's lost that bit of the bargaining power. If he was at the peak of his powers, maybe things would have been different. Now you're just aligned. That's what I said with Sanju.
but maybe there's
he needs
also-
to be there, but he allowed others to
No, but
make use of that situation.
I still can't believe that he himself. I don't know. Is he feeling this himself, or I'm pretty? It's very hard to believe that
Maybe he
nobody
doesn't feel.
No. I'm saying nobody's the right people. I don't think the right people are around him who are maybe giving the reality check. We talk about this a lot of time. That once you reach on the top, you need people who get you to reality. Those you don't have people who continue to fill in air in you and you sort of make you feel even more above yourself. You need people who get you to reality, those old friends and all of these things. Maybe that's also not the case with him.
Maybe.
I think you need the same person to message him who had earlier messaged him when he wasn't going through a good patch.
MSD.
To tell him that he should play Ranji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think MSD would do that.
He's now preparing for
IPL. No, but I don't think
No,
MSD goes.
I'm saying I said that because
personal things,
if
I
you
don't think
feel
he
he's
would.
not surrounded by the right people, I'm just saying if there is a feeling that he may not be surrounded by the right people, MSD can always be that.
But he is not surrounded by anyone. At least from the cricketing fraternity, there's no friend as such. Virat has. We all know that.
I don't know.
No friend as in friend. I'm saying not teammates, but people you can just pick your call.
How do you know who he speaks to?
Because nobody says that he is one of them. Nobody says that he is one of them. That's why. Because everyone I've heard that he has this. Surya Kumar Yadav talks to every player. Everyone knows that. Rohit Sharma you can pick up and call anytime. Everyone knows all of Jasprit Bumrah, Yuzi Chahal.
Ashwin says there aren't any friends in this team.
That is also pointed towards the same person. Just by the yeah.
No, he said about the
Interpersonal relationships.
He said they are colleagues, and that's his point of view for everyone. Na? Can't blatantly say it's pointed at one. Yes, do we have questions, Pawan? He's multitasking, doing 5 other things.
Too many things in the pipeline today.
Okay.
I hate Dahi Bhalla.
What is he saying? VK injuring himself, so Shashwat does not accuse that VK is not inclusive as he is not giving chance to medical staff to work with him.
Medical staff too, he's not going to the NCA. He's declared himself unfit.
Actually, you're right.
Yeah.
If he was not fit, you can go to NCA and get
But he has declared himself unfit. Nobody has else. You need a report. You took Shreyas Iyer out because NCA said that he's fit to play, but he decided that he's not. That's exactly what's happening here.
Yeah, like my personal doctor says something, but your authority is no authority.
He said I can't play more than 30
Your
balls.
appointed agency, I don't trust. I trust more, that Borivali doctor that I have.
That's what Shreyas did. Honestly, that's what Shreyas did.
So he paid the price.
Yeah, for quite a long time.
Family doctor.
Ashish Dhar, does focus on all ICC formats destroy team combination? Can India let go of one format, mainly WTC, focus on 50 over T20 as today's players relate more? No, Ashish, why? Why will you let go of WTC? Yeah? Test match cricket, why let go of that? No, I think we have a huge pool of talented players that we can. I think you can have format specific players.
That's
It's not
what you
a bad
need.
idea.
That's how
what you
things
need.
will be.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
You can look at that. That's a good idea. Yeah. Dhanush, Ajit will make this. He spelt it like that. Actor. South.
Yeah.
Ajit. I was wondering why. He means Ajit Agarkar. Will make Gill vice captain to play all 5 tests versus England. Let's see.
The test team? I don't know.
See, Gill is not going to be dropped from the test team. He was a second highest run getter this calendar year. He could be vice captain in.
Jasprit Bumrah here, na?
No, but when the new captain will be made, then Bumrah could be.
Then it was Virat, na, who was vice captain when Bumrah took over as captain.
But if there is no Rohit Virat,
then
Shubman
or Rishabh Pant.
or
If
Rishabh.
there's no Rohit Virat, then that's T20 cricket.
Could be test match. Okay, Mr. Hi Dahiwala is back. He says, Nikhil sir, what title you give? Video of VK offering bat to AK? Will it be Akashdeep hesitant to speak to Kohli or VK good gesture to Akashdeep? Acha, what title will you give
would you
if
give
a
to this
video of-
video?
I gave this
of-
thumb.
One
I gave.
second, let me see. I don't want to know. No, let me answer that question. Don't.
Cloud your opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Video of Virat Kohli offering bat to Akashdeep. Will it be Akashdeep hesitant to speak to Kohli or Virat Kohli good gesture to Akashdeep? Obviously the latter. Yeah. Now answer. What do you want to say? What did you say?
First one.
You gave that as the title.
Thumb. Title. This wasn't the title.
How is his thumbs are to be checked, double check, triple check?
No, I just did it for I'll tell you after.
No, I have told you not to do that. Previously as well. Shashwat, I will murder you. Sharan.
He's quite closely watching the thumbs and titles.
Yeah.
Okay, Sharan says, Nikhil bhai, the leak of Rohit regarding families that happened before press conference, do you think he did it purposely? Just asking. No, Sharan, I answered that question right at the start. I was there. I think that was Rohit being typically Rohit. He can be absent-minded. That's the one quality there. He was being him. In fact, can I tell you another story? I was the one who told him. He was shocked. He said, "ये गलत है, नहीं डालना चाहिए." I said, but You know, it's not media who's done it. It's social media users who picked it out. It's not the mainstream media that did it.
See, actually, it was him only who did it.
But
Isn't
I'm
that-
saying this clipping.
Like nobody can be held guilty of pulling this out and putting it on social media. Like, people have just done their job.
Mandra is saying, seems what Rohit Sharma did at the start of the PC was deliberate. Maybe he wanted to show he still has the players' support as leader of the group. Thoughts? I thought about that, Mandra. But as I said, sometime what you see on screen and because you have to see the whole sequence of event when he came in and. I mean,
See,
he
I
came in
I said it earlier in the
saying
chat
to
as
a couple
well.
of reporters, अरे यार तुम लोग क्या लिखते रहते हो पूरे दिन leak week कौन देता है तुमको खबर ये सब डाल. He came in that.
See, that's fine. What's to say? I'm just saying, a bit of a conspiracy theory. What's to say that he knows how he's perceived in the public?
No. See,
What's to say?
No,
that
but
yes, I am trying to just pass on a message as well. I've got a sharp mind. Simple as that. I'm going to pull these tricks.
Maybe then
See,
maybe
because
he's
I'm
done
saying,
it to
but,
fool me.
But I'm just saying, maybe no. And it doesn't make him, any bad as a person, or he's still that, good-hearted person.
Then he's really sharp. And
Exactly. But it could be. Maybe he's that astute
then
a guy.
he's fooled me
No,
because I'm not going by what I'm only going by what happened. When you
I
see
am
things
just saying,
live,
from the years that he's been with this team since 2007, 2008. He has seen how this works every day of the week.
But the kind of person he is, he's not like that.
But
Trust me.
I'm sure that Rohit Sharma, from the time that he wasn't the captain, he would see how, these press conferences happen, how these mics are kept, how these checks are done, and how these things work.
Trust me, I know what he.
I know he forgets his passport and he still will, and he won't remember where his mobile phone
he's
is right
not-
now.
He's not that conniving.
But
Trust
Yeah,
me.
even I feel that way.
no,
But
it doesn't make him conniving. That's what I'm saying. It just makes him.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he's not even thinking these 2 steps ahead. Is what I'm trying. That's not the kind. When he came, he walked. When he was talking before he goes there, and how it happened, I'd be very.
So this was
surprised.
quote unquote faux pas.
Ha. Absolutely. And he's quite capable of doing it. And he'll do few others which will land him into trouble also.
like the one that happened with Abhishek Nair during the IPL,
Telling you.
where he said, "मैं तो जा रहा हूँ अगले साल बंद
मेरा
रहेगा."
temple.
Telling you, he did something similar. I'll tell you the story later also in the Asia Cup in Dubai. Later, he went and told somebody delete karwa. So he's not that sharp that he's thinking I'll say it or leak hoga, and then PR agencies think like that.
But he
Not yet.
Okay.
also has one.
Oh,
They
all
all
players
have
all
one.
top players have. They are the bane of Indian cricket. They are the ones who've got this Indian cricket.
Now
narrative.
this new agency, no?
I don't want to take any names.
No,
You can't take yours.
existing agency, which was already managing high-profile players. I'm not going to take the name, but now has collaborated with a very, very prominent production house as well. So yeah, good partnership. Now we've got Mikey King. Yeah, he says, "Good evening, everyone. Tough fight ahead in the T20I series versus England. Surya needs to shine against Butler's side. CT finale, England versus India is what he feels. India winning, Josh Butler is fine."
Yeah.
5 matches
We'll
in
do a
Dubai then.
preview for the T20I series tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mikey, look forward to your company then. Jayan Jha says if Pant miss Ranji, he'll be picked in England tests. No, see.
Depends on why he's missing. If he's injured, then yeah.
But he's playing, no?
yeah, he's not
Yeah,
even
he's playing.
captaining.
Then
He's playing.
He's playing. Simple as that. See, that's what I'm saying. Everyone has realized that now things are getting tough. Rakesh Bhushan.
Technology, guys, it's just not allowing us to take the next question.
No, today Pavan is a bit off. It's technology. Okay. Rakesh Bhushan says VK says neck pain and he's commuting multiple times between Mumbai and Alibag. That too on a ship at times. It's bumpy ride without wearing neck support. What sort of pain is this, Nikhil? Please elaborate. What can I
We
say,
missed the
Rakesh?
earlier one, I think, from Rakesh. That had to do with Shreyas.
Acha, there was another one.
I think so, yeah.
He's not. See, that's what I'm saying. Pavan is a bit off now. He's blaming technology.
Upar.
Upar.
There it is. Rakesh got another one. Iyer says a person who hasn't played delivery of 150 kilometer per hour shouldn't advise him. Does he expect all journo commentators to be ex-cricketers playing at 150 plus? Why cricketers these days don't take criticism in the right spirit?
Shreyas doesn't. Shreyas doesn't. at
There
all.
are others as well. There's somebody. Then of course, then there'll be people saying, okay, the day that you play 100 Test matches, then
Yeah,
write a
one
column.
of the greatest advice that Sachin Tendulkar got was from a
from a
waiter
waiter.
in Chennai. That's why I'm saying they really need to get. See, this is where they had their heads, which led to.
Chandrakant Pandit, one of the best coaches India has at this
No,
point.
but
at
he's
least.
played international cricket.
Not
Yeah,
that
but he
much
may not
na.
have faced 150.
Yeah, that's why I'm not too much international cricket.
Your batting coach now, Sanju Kotak, may not have faced 150,
He
but he's
hasn't-
going to
he has
teach
not
everyone.
even
No,
played India.
he's going to teach Iyer also, no, now how to
Abhishek
bat. So
Nair.
is he going to tell now, Mr. Kotak, you don't give me any advice? Have you played 150? Nonsense. That's why I think, the players are responsible for what's happening to them. Rakesh Bhushan, we've taken that.
No, which is why I actually have a problem when and Rohit did it very recently. Some of his peers have done it in the past as well, and I don't take that nicely as somebody who works in the industry, covers what he does. It's not ideal for any of them, regardless of the stature that they enjoy, to say that nobody in the box holding a mic, holding a camera in front of them, having a camera in front of them, a pen in their hand can pass these judgments. It's the job of people to be doing all those things. You may agree, disagree, that's one thing.
They think they're
We're not passing any Supreme Court orders over here.
Not even that. They think they're the first ever people to play international cricket. They forget that they are the 10th, 15th
269 and 2 something.
batch
number.
generation to be playing. Multiple people came before that. They were written about, spoken about. So it's all continued. Those are
Many
the
will
ways
come
of the world.
also.
They think they're going to change the way of the world. They'll start a new world order. But they will decide. So basically, it's your job to play and also pass judgment on how you're playing. I mean, amazing.
There'll never be a criticism in that case.
Criticism or not, but this is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Somebody needs to really shake them up, give them a cup of coffee, make them realize that the world has existed
Shreyas would have
before
gotten
you
that,
were
I
even
think.
one bit of cell. You're not even there on anybody's imagination. It existed with sport, elite sport. Elite sport was covered and carried on for many generations. They feel like they're the first people who are playing cricket at that level. Saurav Mukherjee says the hypocrisy level of BCCI is next level. One can only be naive to believe Sanju was dropped from the side for not playing Duleep Trophy. Wake up. But Saurav, you can believe what you want, but that's the truth. Whether he would still have been picked or not is another debate, because there was a close fight between Pant and Sanju Samson. He just made their job easier, giving them a reason.
No, but is his IPL contract also going to go for a toss? Because that's what BCCI said in the diktat.
I don't know. You tell me.
No, I'm just telling you what was written over there.
That to even I know.
Mayank Gupta, I don't think Virat is faking any neck sprain. We saw it in Sydney Test on TV. His neck was getting treated. He has some attitude, but he would never fake an injury.
Valid point also.
How many days has it been?
6th or
Third.
7th it finished, no?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
finished
when
on
the
5th.
Ah,
5th,
so-
the final test finished on 5th. It's
Ah.
15th, 20th today, 15 days. Bumrah has gotten fit with neck, with back
Spasms.
spasms. Virat neck sprain is.
Okay, PK.
But Mandir, he went to that Mandir. There to some treatment he would
Yeah,
have.
come on. PK. This is nonsense, Shashwat. PK from the UAE says, was the neck sprain a result of constantly turning to look at the slips after nicking the ball outside off?
No comments.
Very mean comment, PK. Shubham Garg. Just to correct you, Shreyas was practicing in KKR nets instead of playing Ranji game.
Last year this happened. Yeah. Then he was dropped now because of these reasons.
Yeah.
This happened last year if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So he was dropped after that.
Anji, Mr. Pawan, what is...
Many franchises do that.
Test cricketer Shashwat. I don't know when Shashwat got the time to message, but anyhow. Says that Virat has to play Ranji. Only I can get exemption as I am the greatest of all time, highest scorer in cricket history.
That's okay.
Also, yeah, was because Gigi
Okay.
wanted me.
That's a mean comment.
Yeah.
Hardik being sidelined from leadership is sad. Mumbai Cha Raja taking him out really disgusting. Hardik deserves captaincy ahead of everyone. Uh,
Yeah, he definitely deserves. Now, I cannot be sure about the reasons why it has. We had a whole dugout on this.
yeah, we did. Cricket 1974 from the US says VK got the same injury like Rohit
Rohit,
gets before every overseas tour.
No, I remember Rohit got this injury.
Used to.
Yeah, used to begin with in his test career. Yeah, he used to. I'm not denying it.
Yeah.
There were many questions on him as well at that point that he's never available for overseas tours.
Yeah. Praveen says Gautam smartly portrayed that he had no say in squad selection. If India lose to England in T20I series, will we play? No, I don't think. I think the next call that you're going to look at it is only going to be after Champions Trophy.
Yeah.
And by the way, the coach only has a say in squad selection. Squad selection is picked by selectors. Captain also has a lot of say. But again, this is not the playing 11. Playing 11 is then decided by the captain. But the squad selection, the hierarchy, the pecking
Selectors.
order is selectors are on top.
No, but it's tough to believe that Gautam Gambhir would not have had too much say because we saw the senior players come and play the Sri Lanka ODI series, and that was majorly because he wanted,
No, but
seeing that just 6 ODIs left before the
Shashwat,
championship.
maybe the selectors are on the same page. They also wanted that. That's what I'm saying. So you only get it in the selection meeting. You as a coach can only ask for it, or you can suggest. Eventually, selectors can put their foot down. You can't do much about it.
No, but
only
we've
person
seen
who
this.
can-
We saw this.
No, no,
I
see,
feel
if
this
you
is
have
an easy getaway for coaches.
No. If you have an understanding, it's another thing. I'm just telling you the protocol the way it is.
Yeah.
If you're the selector and I'm the coach, I can say no. I can fight also. But at the end of the day, you can say no. I've heard you enough. I'm not taking it.
I know
can't do
that-
much.
that is- that
but
can
we can have
happen.
an understanding. Then
Yeah.
you might say, this guy wants it. I think he has a valid. Okay, chal, I'll listen to you.
But-
it's a very personal thing.
But doesn't
I'm
it-
just saying it's eventually up to the selectors.
That's
because
very-
it's going to be their neck on the line for selection. 11 is the captain and the coach.
No, that's very true. But I also feel this at times
That
becomes
also 55 captain.
an easy getaway for the coaches that 15 wasn't a choice. I remember after 2019, Ravi Shastri also said that it was the 15 that I got, and it's very clear that it would not have been the selectors who would have gone with a
No,
Vijay
no.
Shankar in place of Ambati Raido.
No, I don't know how much. We don't know how much. See the captains, this thing. But as I said, whatever is the dynamics, at the end of the day, that squad selection is up to the selectors, their prerogative. So they will take the brickbats, they will take the kudos. Both ways, it works like that. Daniel M from Australia must be pretty late in the night there, my friend. He says Abdul
Very
Basit
late.
played for Kerala Cricket Association without joining training camp. What wrong? Has 56 average Sanju done, plays T20 and ODI here and vice versa. But he's quite, I agree, Daniel, but that's the thing. As we mentioned, if the association is out to get you, why are you giving them a chance? Don't.
Change your state. That's also.
Can do that.
Yeah, too late now though.
No, why?
Yeah.
Karun Nair
For
did it
him,
now.
yaar.
Can. Akshay Bhatka says, not done, Shashwat. Nikhil, grab him by his neck.
Next break.
Yeah. I know. SSN reacts from the US says Sanju dropped for not playing Vijay Hazare. Karun dropped in spite of performance well in Vijay Hazare. Hypocrisy at its
Exactly
best.
what-
Place only for
yeah.
chamchas. But SSN reacts. Thanks for joining us. He joins us from the US. I explained that whole thing. Just go back into the video if you joined us just now. I've explained that there is a difference there. It's not as binary argument as you present it is to be.
This is oversimplification.
Yeah, exactly. Shubham says, if VK is in place of Rohit and Hardik not being considered for leadership, do you think Shashwat will blame VK for Hardik Pandya exclusion?
I blamed Rohit Sharma for Hardik Pandya's exclusion. So it's not like I'm any Tian in that sense. And I also said that the first person to get out of Test cricket should be Rohit Sharma. So it's not like I'm picking any side. So it's basically what I feel right. I just say that.
Okay, Rakesh Bhushan says Saurav Ganguly never left a selection meeting without including Anil Kumble for a tour to Australia. You need strong captain these days. Captains are not that strong. He feels it's possible, but you know it's also, as I said, a lot of time how you gel with the selectors and how you know your. By the way, it helps. People may like it or not. Your proximity to the president. Nowadays, president has not been that powerful. Those days it used to be. So good partnerships was Dalmia Ganguly. Dhoni, Srinivasan. You know, so it helps. You get the team that you want. But at the end of the day, you have to, whether you do it by using the president or by friendship or you're a very good negotiator, whichever skill that you can
Or
use.
statesman,
you
whatever,
have to
yeah.
get the selectors on the same page as you. That's it. AJ, when managers are not allowed, then why coach's manager was roaming with the team? Coach himself is not following rules. No, but now they made it very clear.
Yeah.
You can carry
Those
whatever
visuals
you
are from-
want.
yeah.
You arrange for their stay in a different hotel at your own expense, and then you can't control it, right? We had Mr. Gavaskar the other day when I was talking to him about in the interview I did on Sports Today about how do you ensure. He said, fine, you can have certain rules, but if players try to get somebody on their own kharcha or stay in different hotels and travel by different, transport, how can you stop that? You can't do anything, right? Okay. Shall we wind up?
Yeah, we're not taking Sachin's comment because it spoiled my mood anyway and reminded me of
No,
something.
I'll take the comment and we'll wind up. Sachin Kashyap says United yesterday game was horrendous. But Brighton has damaged Man United top 10 chances.
United, surprising enough, has won only one game against Brighton in the last 6 exchanges.
Okay, on that note,
Bad
we're going to
times.
take your leave. But thank you so much, guys, as always, for giving us company in another edition of the Dugout. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing the preview for the T20I series. Really looking forward to that. So do join us for that. Before we wind up, we've got Daniel M's retort where he says, so then why not say only youngsters who perform in domestic get a chance to represent India, and couldn't BCCI use common sense to select ODI centurion? No, it's not always youngsters, Daniel. It's a combination of multiple things. Combination. As I said, multiple. Youngster makes a difference. Slots available in the squad makes a difference. How consistently you've been doing it. Is it one season? All of that. Team's performance in that format makes a huge things. SSN reacts from the US says Sanju will reply with his bat in the T20s. I hope so.
That's exactly what he should do.
I love watching him bat. Let's see that. Take care. Okay. What is this? Yug Parmar. Okay, Yug Parmar met me in Bombay. He came. I had a chat with him. He said he's he's put the video out which he did with me in Bombay. Met me outside the selection meeting. He's a regular watcher, and I had a great time talking to Yug. Yug is saying he's put that video out on YouTube. So guys, please check that out. Some details about the selection. Yug Parmar's YouTube channel. You can find that. Bye bye. Take care. Good night.
Good night, Nandri. Shubhratri. Shabba khair.
Eat your
Eat your
vegetables and
vegetables.
don't trouble your mother.
Don't trouble your mother at all.